Et donc, on va passer maintenant
So now, before the closing session, let's go on to the call to the citizens. I had announced this morning. This will be presented by our friend Daniel LINCOT. Good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jean-Louis. You know that regularly there are calls made. Sometimes they are good calls, sometimes they're not so good, sometimes they're very good, but we must always try to make a call because it's a way to leave a trace on the state of a moment. And we spent a lot of time together working on a call which would summarize what we want to do and try to go further. So as you've seen, today we believe that one of the major steps in this transformation today is the involvement of citizens. The involvement of citizens, this will be done thanks to the choices they will make in their lives, in their behavior. Citizens are very important. They have an influence on politicians, on everything. And we have to put this at the center, not at the center of our debates, but at the center of our actions. Call action from the citizens, because we have sun at the service of mankind with a capital M, but it's not just only mankind. But we have to work on all fronts to deploy all the renewable energies for all in all the countries without further delay. And the call goes on general considerations on climate change and reminding people that it's the sun. And in this equation we have to solve today, one of the key elements is that the resources are limited. We're on a small planet. Yes, it's 10,000 times true, but there's a resource which is not at a human scale, which is extraterrestrial, which is the sunlight. Sunlight is something that can really change things positively or negatively. Climate change is also due to the interaction with the sun. However, today there was a long debate, a very interesting debate on the fact that we owe our lives to the sunshine, our health, and the heart of all this is happiness. It's also thanks to the sun that we have oil, and the way we use oil, coal, that was also useful for humanity, and this is leading us on the edge of the climate abyss. So we have to face climate change. We talked about whether it was fast or not. We chose the term fast with this whole series of catastrophes that will get worse if we don't react quickly and together. We shouldn't always dig further, but we have to turn our heads towards the sun and turn towards renewable energies, whether they're direct or indirect, like photovoltaic or thermal conversion, or indirect as wind, hydraulic, biomass, and of course we have to add geothermy. And how can we act? How can we go faster? So as we've seen today, there is a lot of will in all sectors of society, the researchers, industrialists, finance that we mentioned, research. Will they be up to the mark to carry out this indispensable acceleration? What is essential has to be amplified. It is the engagement of citizens themselves. They will build the sound foundations to succeed in this energy and environmental transition. Without their implication, involvement, determination, this transformation will be too slow and will not succeed. What is better than to produce energy locally on the roof of a house, a school, with a solar farm or wind farm, or based on biomass? and I've removed one or two passages. I'm going straight to the conclusion. We're calling on an unprecedented collective mobilization of the citizens globally, a reinforced cooperation at all levels of society with all the economic, social, and political forces, education, and research. We ask governments to take the measure of the citizen engagement and to set up the political and economic frameworks that will allow us to amplify its results. We have to act together over all fronts to deploy without any delay all these renewable energies for all and for all countries. Thank you.